hair down today.
Yes, I do. I don't put it up. I don't put it down very often, but welcome everyone to your last class for DES250 Portfolio Design. As always, I'm Dana Alderman, and I have Lance and Marla and Sherry here. I appreciate you coming today. I appreciate everybody that's watching the lectures as well. And I've had a great time with you guys this module. Even though I have students that don't come to lecture and things like that, I've got, you emailing me back and forth, and you got just watching you grow as students and seeing that you take the feedback that I give you and understanding why I give you that feedback. I can definitely see the growth in your work, and I have to say I applaud you all. Every one of you guys should give yourself a pat on the back for it. So you've definitely all grown and learned. So today I'm going to go ahead and stop my video share. Excuse me. And I will share my screen. I've got most of the grading completed. I have a few revisions that I have to get done. But other than that, I've got pretty much all of it done, okay? And I should have it done a little bit later this afternoon. As you all know, I have another class that I teach too, so it should be by this evening. So yesterday, I was going to actually post this in the announcements and totally forgot about it. This is the PowerPoint from yesterday. The reason why is because it tells you step-by-step how to save your files, your Behance files for your optimized JPEGs, and it shows you exactly step-by-step how to do your Behance site as well. So I will post that in there as well, okay? So today we're going to talk a little bit about, a lot about the presentation, recording your presentation, then uploading it to YouTube and Vimeo. And then from there, I'm just going to show you some tips and tricks and things like that, some extra stuff, because we pretty much covered everything for the class. If you have like a resume or anything that you want to show me, even though there's no place to actually put the resume, but I would like you to at least talk about it in your presentation. Maybe you can use it, as like your first screen or something like that, talking about it. So, all right. So, anybody have any questions before we get started?
Yeah, what did we talk about?
Go ahead.
What did we talk about on this presentation?
Oh yeah, I'll get to that.
Oh, all right.
I will get. I'm talking about anything from prior,
Well, yeah, I want to talk to you about this pixelation problem I got going.
Okay, we can do that. We can do that. So go ahead and open your native file, and I'm going to stop sharing, and you share your screen with me. Because if you think about it, the issues that you have, another student might have, right? So it'll help them as well. Just like yesterday when I tried to do this darn thing, and I ended up having all sorts of issues. All right, so is this the native of the PDF? This looks like
yeah. This is.
I need
the original.
The native.
Right. Yeah.
See, I love that image, but so pixeled.
That's a PDF.
That's okay. Even if he's opening it in here, that's totally fine. Because that's fine. You can open it with the PDF here, as long as you have it in this. You want to do that one, Steph? Okay. Okay.
That's not it, but.
Hit P on the keyboard. That's all, and then there you go. All right, so I'm going to request remote control.
Those are beautiful, Lance.
Thank you.
Yeah, I lived in Casper, Wyoming for 8 years and went to Yellowstone several times, and those are absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, this is the one that was supposed to load up, and I loaded the wrong one up. See, put the Y in there.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, I mean, so we're going to go, I can't see up here. Yeah, well, okay. I'm going to go to Window, if it lets me, and then I'm going to go to Links.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Probably moved them.
Right there. Ah, it's scaled 288 above what it is. Your PPI is 25 by 29. It's a very small image. Dimensions are 290 by 181.
Hello?
All right,
Oh,
so
I'm losing my internet.
I'm sorry? I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
I'm back.
Okay. So let's go to Pixabay real quick. Or even for that matter, you're probably, because you're not going to find that on Pixabay. But let's go to Google. I know that's where you probably got it, but that's all right.
Yeah, I forgot where I got it. Yeah, I think I got it from stock, but I kind of stole it. But that might not be the one. Yeah.
Okay. So click on Images where it says Images right under the search bar. And we are going to do, hold on. Come on. Going to go large right here. Go ahead and put in Yellowstone. Yep, got to take Google out of there.
Ooh, yellow.
Okay, so these are large. When you hover over them, oh, that's that beautiful.
Yeah, it's hard to choose pictures.
All right, so I'm just going to click hover over this one right here. So, for instance, well,
You have fun.
okay. So I hover over this. I'm just actually going to click on it because it's not using Firefox. I don't use Firefox. I use Chrome. That's okay. Come on, Slowpoke. See, this is a 1200 by 800. So that would be a lot better for you for the resolution wise. Now, I'm sorry. Instead of using Google, on the other hand, using Pixabay, let me scroll down. There's a beautiful one right there. I mean, there's all sorts of images in here. You're just going to have to, it'll take you a little bit of time to find them, you know. But if I know Lance, he's, he just wants an image and just let's hurry up, right?
Yeah, I take my time sometimes. It depends what I'm after.
Right.
I'm picky.
Okay, here. No, well, see, that's it. I wonder if that, I don't want that.
I just got to bookmark it so I can remember how to get here.
So I'm going to have you download it when, so it looks like your internet is running really slow.
Yeah.
Go ahead and look through there and see if you find anything.
You know Yellowstone.
And flowers, I don't know what's up with, with that. Sometimes, you know.
I think it's because when he put it in, he put a space.
Oh, look at that one. That one's beautiful. Oh, it is too.
Now he has it as one word, Yellowstone.
Yeah, this one right here.
Yeah,
That is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, it's beautiful. All these pictures are fascinating.
Yeah. Well, so you could log in, okay? And then like this one, oh, excuse me. Come on. It's not letting me do anything. I don't know why, but go ahead and click on it.
Let me bookmark this page real quick.
It's going to be in your history.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
I was going to, this one right here, it's not allowing me to click it to, I don't know what's going on with the internet, but it's like it's stopped or something. I don't know. Can you see where my cursor is?
Yeah, I'm doing it. Or
I don't know.
it's right there on download right now. Hello.
I don't see any download. What is everybody?
Oh, really? You don't see none of this?
I see the images.
I see
Oh, wow.
images.
Yeah, because I was waiting to see what size you wanted me to download it. It's set on 1920 times 1279 right now.
Do me a favor, unshare your screen and share back, please.
Yeah, I only see 3 images.
Yeah,
and
I see
they're
the
gorgeous.
All I see too.
Yeah.
3.
Sometimes Zoom gets stuck. I don't know.
Is that better?
Hold on. We got to wait for it to share. It's not even sharing now. It's just on a gray screen. Everybody else see the same thing?
It says Lance has started screen sharing, but I don't see anything.
Okay, so that's fine. Just go to the very bottom one, which is the biggest one, Lance.
Okay.
Ah, there we go.
Now we can see it.
Woohoo!
A bunch of bears.
So you got to sign up, which is no big deal, or log in, whichever. Okay, I use just Facebook. Yeah, don't worry about any of that. Just go ahead and go back on your browser. Just save it and go back on your browser, or whatever. I mean,
Now I'm lost.
go back on the browser. Yeah, right there. One more time. There you go. Now free download.
You want bears, huh?
No, I didn't want bears. That's not the one that I chose, but I was showing you.
Okay.
Go back on the browser. No, just go back on the browser until we. Or you're going to do Yellowstone again? Like that?
Okay.
All right. So I don't even know where that came from.
This?
Yeah. Scroll back up to the top.
Yeah, I dialed it in different than you.
Ah. Okay. See that first one right there? Not up the top. The first one right down, right there.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. I would click on that one and use that. I think that one is absolutely gorgeous.
I do too.
And go to the free download. And then it's 2199. There you go. And download that one. That way you can just download what you want and open it. Yeah, with preview.
Oops, sorry. Sorry about that.
That was not Yellowstone.
This is pretty though.
All right, look at the one down here at the bottom, that blue one.
That blue one.
This one? Yeah.
That is absolutely gorgeous as well.
Mhm. As well as the reflective one beside it.
Yeah.
One place I want to go is Yellowstone sometime.
Oh, you should, Lance. It is absolutely beautiful. We went in August. We'd always go in August, which is a perfect timing.
Mhm.
I want to go too.
Okay, so that's all you're going to do is you're going to grab those and you're going to bring them in there, and then that'll take care of that pixelation issue.
Okay. All right. I just have to change the wording around a little bit. I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No problem.
All right, does that help?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sherry, Marla, do either one of you guys need help real quick?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. No, go
Well,
ahead.
I do, but it's going to take a little bit.
Okay, when we're done with this, because we'll still have some time after the after the lecture.
I
So.
do have a question. I've been having a hard time finding mock-ups. I go to Behance for free mock-ups, and I've used some of the sites you've given us for mock-ups and that. And I'm just having a terrible time finding some that don't take you everywhere besides, the moon.
Well, I gave you a bunch that are in the announcements. Did you see those?
Yes, and I've used those, and I've gone through some of those, and I've used some of those in that. But
What kind did you need?
I needed like a wine bottle and just like some poster stuff, and I'm just trying to get a little variety on mine.
Okay.
Some of the stuff you got paid for.
Yes, and I want freebies.
Yeah, me
Of
too.
course. All right, so there is Pixiden. I know they have them.
Oh, Pixiden, okay. Yeah, because some of the sites, they want you to do all this stuff and
Yeah. See, here you have to register. Of course, no big deal,
yes, I don't mind the registering, but a couple of them took me off to some like Exton and Yarden and a few other things. Then they tell me it's not a good thing to do on my security and all this stuff. So I'm like,
Oh, okay. Looks like I already have that. Login? Where? Why? It doesn't even say. I don't want to join now. I want to log in. See, it's not. Some of these sites are so. There's no. Whatever.
yeah, we do too. We get frustrated as students.
It irritates me because web usability is so important,
Yeah.
That's all right. No big deal. Trying to think. Trying to think. There's another Graphics Fuel is a good place to go. I use that a lot. Download mockup right here. It's a wine bottle. Let's see. There you go. There's one.
Okay, good.
I think that just really irritated me. There was no login. I don't know why. It just. Wine. And that was the one that I believe.
Oh, that's nice.
Yesterday I found that one out. I think it had the wine box in there. Because I was looking for a box. Creative Market, I think it. Mockup World is a great place to go. That's free. It's free. Let me. This is the one. I know this is free. The only thing about this one is you can't change the color.
Oh, okay.
A lot of the other ones you can.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, wine package. Nothing found.
So we all need a wine barrel at the house, full though. I'm just teasing.
As long as it's got Moscato or Sangria in it, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't like anything else. And I don't do it very often. I think it's so bad. I had a whole thing of Sangria that went bad.
Yeah, and it does. I don't drink very rarely.
Yeah,
very rarely. So.
Same here.
And as the song says, tequila makes me take my clothes off. So
I don't need tequila for that.
You want to fight?
You guys are something else. I do not. I don't know. Oh, that's cute.
mhm.
Well, you know, I need to save this because I know somebody that needed that. Is that free? Yeah, it is.
That's a cute name for it too, Pac-Man.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably change it. You know, in our capstone, a lot of students, you know, they of course, you have to do mock-ups and things like that, but you have to do, what do you call it? Campaign, and sometimes they use it for like bakery and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's a medicine box. Some of these boxes, there's some awesome boxes in here.
Yeah, there is.
Juice.
What is this place called?
I'll give you 1 second. I'm looking for. You probably have anything but a dang wine box. But like I started to show you, and actually taking off from yesterday, we'll do that first, I think. I'm gonna use the other box that I have, the wine box, to show you how to do one.
Mm-hmm.
Wine, because the one die line that I did, this one here, because of these, it was really, really hard to do. Actually, I can open it up. Let me just take those trees off of there, because if you do have something cannot open because the file could not be found. What are you talking about?
Oh, I've seen that before. Oh.
But I'm not even. I didn't. Okay. All right. Oh, this is Photoshop. You know what? I don't like this startup screen. I really don't. It drives me crazy. This is the Photoshop screen. That's what it was. I thought it was this one. Okay. So I'm just going to take this off. And because I had it. Do I want it like that? Yeah. I'm just going to move this up a little bit. Bump that over. Okay, I'm ready to go with that. Save that. So I'm just going to go File, and I'm going to export it again. Export it as my PSD, because I got rid of it yesterday, and I don't need that one. I mean, I probably could have taken the logo off, but I just deleted it off. I am a very, very big nut when it comes to a clean desktop. So I'm constantly cleaning it off, throwing things away, especially if I'm not using them. Okay. All right, so I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to open on my desktop. Why? PSD right there. Should be the right one. And open. Okay. Now, if you can't find a wine box, I'm just going to type in wine packaging. We can replicate it. Okay. And this is where you can make your own mock-ups that you can use, you know, for, look at this. Isn't that awesome? So say we wanted to use that, something like that, right? I'm just going to go ahead and copy this image. I'm going to bring it over into here. I'm going to go File and New. I'm going to do an 8.5 by 11, and it should be. Yeah, I'll do like. Okay. And I'm just going to paste that in there. It's small. It's going to be pixelated, Don't worry about it because you're not going to use this anyway. Okay? You're just going to use it as a template, kind of a guide, right? So zoom in. And like I said with the die line layer, because yesterday we couldn't see the fold lines. All right, let me look at this real quick. What do we need? We need the front and we need the left panel. It's gonna be this one and this one, okay? This is my front. I'm going to turn my die line layer off, edit, and copy special, copy merged. And V as in Victor, I'll just leave it there for the minute. Sometimes you can nudge the marquee over. You see how I'm doing that? Now, it doesn't always work though. It gives me an issue. But, and it's perfect. That way your panels are exact. Okay, I'm gonna do an edit, copy, copy merged. Come over here, paste in place. Okay. Now the reason why I just did that is because this will allow me to, let me lock this down. This will allow me to resize both of them at the same time, so I'm not like, I don't have two different sizes, okay? All right. Now it's going to be distorted a little bit because this looks like it's a taller box, but that's okay. All right. I'm going to turn this opacity of both of these down to, I don't know, like 50% or so. I want to be able to see it, whoops, but I want to be able to see the box as well, right? So let's see what we can do here.
Smart object.
And no, you can use smart object if you want. You can turn it into a smart object as well. But I just do the transform and I'm going to distort this. Just going to bring that right there. And bring that right there. Zoom in a little bit. Trying to see this, making sure that it is as close as possible to perfect. So that means I'm going to have to, I don't really like that, I think. I'm bringing that up a little bit. I'm going to mask, probably end up masking this because I want to get rid of that corner. I didn't like that that right there was, okay, no big deal. I like that. I think that works pretty well. Go ahead and turn that up. Look at that. I'm just going to fix that right here. So while I'm doing that, I'm just going to turn that down. I'm going to grab my pen tool. All right, I'm going to right click here, make the selection, and then I'm going to mask it. Just like so. Okay. Turn that up. It's pretty good. Now I'm just going to do the same thing with this. I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, and Distort. This one is pretty, pretty straight, so let's see. I'll probably still have to. I always laugh when the things don't match up. It's just one of those. Of course, it's not going to match up the way that I want it to match up, right? Come on. Turning it up, just kind of getting an idea. I might have to bring this one up a little bit. I'm not sure yet. Nope, actually don't. Good. Okay, now again, this is good here. I'm just going to use my pen tool. Make sure I'm on the right thing. I'm going to all right, right click. No, I don't want to do that. Right click and make selection. And I want to mask. It looks like that's okay. No big deal. And it still needs to be, it needs a little bit of TLC. No big deal. I'm going to hit the brush key, the B for brush. And we're at 29% opacity, so. I don't even know, I mean, doing this, I just want to clean it up, but I have to put the top part of this on here, no big deal. So, looks like I need to hit the command key and bring that back corner down just a little bit. This front corner, like that. Get back over there. Okay. I'm just kind of playing with this just to kind of get an idea of whether or not it is perfect or not. Not quite. This one right here. Hit B on the keyboard and use my command. Up just a tiny bit. Over. And I was doing that because it wasn't totally lining up right there. Now look at that. So I'll have to definitely fix this too. I'm just holding my command key. I'll bet you it's off right here again. See, it's all right. No big deal. I'm going to use my brush key, B. I'm going to actually, before I do that, I'm going to hit I on the keyboard. It's not allowing me. Eyedropper tool is not giving me, there we go. That's the purple that I want. I'm going to hit B on the keyboard, and I want this on the same. Let's see about that. And it's not allowing me what am I normal. My brush is right here. What in the world? Okay, I see what's going on. I'm on the wrong one. Let's see. And I can bring some back if I have to. I can also use my pen tool again. So maybe I'm going to do, let's just do this. Okay, right click, make a selection, B on the keyboard. This is outside. Let me go back up, selection, close path. Okay, select inverse, of course. It's on that one there, but now I gotta go here. think I'm missing a piece there. It doesn't, I don't know what's going on there. It's on that one. Huh. That's very weird. Hmm. Okay, well, I don't know why it's acting like that. Okay. I'm going to, let's see what's going on. All right, I'm just going to use the brush tool. Come on. Not quite sure what happened with that. All right, so I'm gonna just grab a rectangle here, and I'm gonna make sure it is a purple, just like, okay. It's the same color anyway. I'm gonna turn this opacity down a little bit because I need to get that. Just wanna make sure it is same color and make sure that I have everything covered. And it's going to actually be a little darker, but no big deal. That's going to go backward. We'll double click it and just a little bit darker. I'm sure you see why, right? And then you could put this front panel as a label. I don't know that it'll actually work. Actually, let's see, does it allow me to? I think it does. Where the logo is here, it's here somewhere, right there. That group, I can probably bring it down. Like that. A little too much there. There we go. All right, let me grab my marquee, excuse me. And I'm just gonna turn this dial on layer on so I know what I'm doing. Maybe right about there. Okay. Turn that off. Edit. And copy special, copy merged. And Command V as in Victor. It's smaller. Actually, it doesn't work. It works pretty well. Zoom in. And I'm going to, this part I need to do warp because it's a little rounded at the bottom. Just very subtly rounded. Okay. All right, so you would definitely have to bring your other wine bottle in here, you know. But as far as the box, okay, we would just have to put the other bottle in, you know. As far as the box, you can make the box like this, and then like the bottom you could, let's do that color right there. Send that to the back. And we are going to bring in a shadow. I'm using an A on the keyboard just to kind of okay. I'm going to go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. It's going to ask me, do I want to rasterize or convert? A lot of times I just convert it. Okay, I'm just going to turn that down just a tiny bit. It looks like it's too far away. It's okay. I don't know where my edges are. When you say the, there we go, that when you say the smart object, see how it'll allow for us to change the object without having to mask it out, you know? Maybe this. Okay. I'm just trying to come up with some where's the fill? A design to, so about that. I want to make a drop shadow, if I can find, because I'm going to put a background in here. Send that to the back. Smart object, filter, gotcha. I'm just going to turn that opacity down a little bit. Okay. Now, I mean, you would just pretend like this was a bottle or whatever, but now we can find any background that we want to, right? We go to Pixabay. And let's, I don't know, table. I don't know if we'll be able to find one, but. And we don't need the, actually, we need something that has a background. So shelf, let's do a shelf. Yeah, actually, I like that. Yeah. But you get the idea. We can probably put it on a shelf, you know, and something. This is pretty cool. It's inside a box. So does that make sense, Marla?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Well, no problem. I'm not going to spend too much time on that. But anyway, I just wanted to, because I, excuse me, wasn't able to show you guys yesterday. So you can bring that background in and make sure. Maybe you could even build your own background. You can put a this one right here. Like this. It's kind of putting a floor in here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not floating.
Right.
And you have all the patterns and everything at your disposal that you can do as well. Okay.
Could you have also possibly copied the bottle and put it behind the label?
Copied what bottle?
The bottle that you made the label off of?
No. The reason why is because I was using this just strictly for the box,
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't actually use the box itself. If I put the bottle in there, that's copyright infringement.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, using that mock-up, we would definitely have to find a free bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's tons of them. I mean, you can probably, on Pixabay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even think about looking on Pixabay. Yep, there's tons of them.
Yeah.
So that might be what you know, what you decide to do. I'll just type in wine. Hmm. That's pretty cool, but there's no box, you know.
Right.
When I come the box, you're definitely going to have to split it. I think you're going to have to split it apart, you know what I mean? And then mask them together or something.
Okay.
Which is no big deal. I mean, because if you do like I showed you, you know what I mean? You just bring the bottle in. So if you open up another file, I'm just going to show you. Say, for instance, this was the wine box or wine bottle, okay? And you come here and say this right here. You select everything, okay?
Okay.
You right-click it, duplicate layers, and you want to do duplicate layers to your untitled or whatever the other one is. So file. And then say okay. Give it a second. It might take a few seconds. Okay. And then look at that.
Wow. Okay.
It's so much easier than having to recopy everything.
Yes. Wow. Yeah, that'll work nicely.
Yeah. I use that a lot of times. If I'm working between 2 files or 3 files, actually sometimes more. Like say for instance, you know, some of my photography, and Sherry, I don't know if you've done this as well, but you know, maybe there is a certain effect that you've done or a certain action that you've made for a photo, and you want it to apply to everything, all the other photos that you're doing. You can actually copy that stuff as well, save them, and bring them into the files as well. Cool. Did you know that, Sherry?
No, I haven't played with Photoshop with my photos yet.
Photoshop actions are awesome. They really are.
I have changed the background,
Right.
but
I mean, it's like, say for instance, like my last photos that I was doing with the graduation photos, I had the subject's name and the year that she graduated. I just clicked on the layer, right-clicked it, and duplicated this layer to the whatever image. I had like 40, well, not 40, maybe 30 images open. And I just kept doing that over and over and over. So I didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, yep, it was pretty easy. So, all right. So, all right. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about the preparing for your final presentation. The first thing that you need to do is to make sure that you have a script, right? And the script is going to help you to be prepared because then you're not going to be stumbling over your words, right? Basically, you are going to prepare a rationale, and I forgot to. Okay. You have to prepare a rationale for your projects. Now, no, they do not need to be as detailed as I have right here. I am just a very, very thorough person. That's who I am. I know I have a lot of people in this class that are that same way, and if you feel the need that you need to be that thorough, then you go head on. I really do suggest that you do the best job that you can for your presentation because this is one of those tools, as I said yesterday, that will help you gain a position in the industry. A lot of people, they'll just, you know, have their resume and their cover letter and send it. What if you sent a link and said, here's a presentation to my portfolio along with my resume? How does that get you to stand out in the industry? Anybody?
It gives you much more headway because they're looking at you as far as your abilities, and then they're also your confidence goes a long way too.
Yep, I agree. The other thing about it is it helps you to stand out because not a lot of people are doing that, right? A lot of people, they'll apply for a position in the industry. They've got their cover letter, they've got their resume, but they're not really sending a presentation. Not saying that it is that they would always watch it, but you might get those one or two that will, you know? So at the very least, you need to talk about what the project is, whether it's a brochure, letterhead, stationery, and the rationale. And you should be talking about these types of things. Now, again, you don't have to talk about every single thing, but you want to use design lingo language, okay? You can talk about, you know, how you use the principles of design, the color theme, why you chose it, if you used master pages, paragraph styles, typography choice, layout choice, texture. Say, for instance, actually, I'm going to open up my Behance, and this is where you're going to talk from. You're going to have your Behance.net. After you actually get everything in your profile, okay? Say, for instance, this one right here, and I'm not really prepared with this because I didn't do a script or anything. But I would say, you know, hi, my name is Dana Alderman. I'm a bachelor's degree student of Independence University, and this is my portfolio. Like this, I would say, this first piece is a logo for Big Tree Pros. I created it with the use of this consistent color palette of green and black. The typography used is carried through to the other deliverables. This is the business card. And I would just go, you know, I would definitely prepare it, okay, as I have here. You notice here. So let me actually stop share for a second. I'm going to go to my other portfolio because I have it. My rationale is based on, let's see, I think that's right. Give me a second. No. It's based on my school portfolio, my instructor portfolio. So, is that it? Please tell me. Yep. It is. All right. Nice. All right. So I have the same kind of projects as you guys. I've done them with my classes, every class that I have. So you guys can see what's expected, okay? Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the link, and I will also include that in the announcements. This is just an example portfolio. If you have other projects, you're no way have to have these 6 projects, but it shows you how to make sure it's set up correctly. Okay, you should have one mock-up in the flats. Okay, every piece, like for the Cleveland campaign, that was the 245 class. I have 3 billboards and 3 mock-ups, but I also had the postcard and the website. Okay, this was a particular longer campaign, right? So if you notice here, I have my kayak brochure. It's a 3-panel layout with a 0.25 margin. My gutter, using gutters and pleats, it allows for a clean edge and organization. I use paragraph styles for the use of titles, subheads, by choosing different font variations such as bold and regular. And then a serif type for body copy. It creates hierarchy and contrast. You can go on to talk about your color theme and how you used it on your master pages and why the use of images, even if the class gave you the images, if those images were provided to you, why do they strengthen the project, right? Images for this project show activity and human form, and it helps engage the reader and entices them to further read on, okay? So this right here, your rationale. If you have a second screen, or if you have a tablet or something like that that you can pull it up, that'd be great. Or you can just simply type it out on the computer and copy or print it out, you know, or just write it down, whichever you choose. So when I said about the kayak brochure, this is what I was talking about. The color theme, the typography, paragraph styles, the images, and the color theme on the master pages. Okay. Now going into the next one, it was where this one was up here. I switched things around, but the Mayfield Dairy, no, I'm sorry, wrong one. This one. This should have been there. The Minx tea package. I say, paragraph styles have been used to strengthen the principles of design, contrast, and repetition, as well as creating hierarchy in the design. Imagery helps to engage the consumer and strengthen the principles of contrast as well, and also, excuse me, brings focal point to the image, to the packaging. There are requirements by the FDA that includes the size of the package, the nutrition facts, ingredients, company information, and directions for use. I use the color theme that is complementary in the color palette and communicates sophistication and all natural ingredients. While the texture is very subtle, but it complements the package and adds to the sophistication of the design. Would you agree to that? Anybody?
Yes, I believe it does.
Okay. So really what I'm saying, you know, I don't have, there's a lot there, but I read kind of quickly. This whole presentation for me probably would take me about 10 minutes. Okay. Some people, if you talk a little slower, or if you have other things that you want to go through, it might take you a little longer. But like I said, you can kind of condense it, you know, talk about the color theme and the paragraph style, everything in one, you know, one short little, you know, maybe 2 sentences. I would do at least 2 sentences, okay? So then you can go and say, this is the mock-up to show real-world use of the tea package. Okay? Now, in your rationale, or in your presentation, I would suggest that you stay away from saying this is one of the pieces that I'm most proud of, or I like the best, or that I'm the best at, and you don't want to do any of that. When you do your presentation, you want to be confident, and you want to just state why you did what you did, your rationale, and that's it. Now, some of you may or may not be very nervous about the presentation. Practice. I'm going to tell you, and this is where you guys can laugh. I laughed. I didn't laugh at the time, I will tell you. I have presentations that I used to do on iMovie with my masters. I had to do presentations every module. I absolutely could not stand it. And this is before I became an instructor or associate dean. And, I just was very shy about being on camera, and I don't even know why. I just was. So little by little, I would do these things, but I would have bloopers. And I would get angry. I'd be like, what the heck? Or
I stutter when I read.
I'm sorry?
I stutter when I read.
Well, that's okay, though. You don't necessarily have to read, though. If you practice it,
Well, I get worse the more I practice.
Really?
But I'll try. Yeah.
Well, all you can do is do the best you can. Okay?
Yeah, I mean, I tried, but I'll try, but every time I start reading or start scripting or something, I stutter.
Well, that's okay. I've had the same thing. I mean, it took me a while to get through, but I've got lots and lots of bloopers that I saved, and I still go back and watch them and laugh. I just have to laugh at certain things, and don't. It's okay. You take it serious, but try to have some fun with it as well. And just realize that this is something that could benefit you in the end.
Yeah.
So no, that's not the one I wanted to go to. Great steak menu. Now I did my own different menu because, that's because I could, that's just what I wanted to do. So I would say this is the great steak menu. I use paragraph styles for titles, subheads, and body copy. Well, actually, I would probably have to say the imagery. On the front cover, I have in the imagery of a great looking steak to get the mouth watering and to draw the customer in. And then the logo. The logo symbolizes what? Does anybody know why I did the logo like that?
Because it looks like a grate.
Yeah, it looks like a grill.
Looks like a grill, right? And that's what it's all about for this. So then I'll go into talking about the paragraph styles for all my subheadlines and headlines. They are all consistent. Well, they should be consistent. It looks like that one's not. What in the world? I got to take that out of there.
See, it happens to everybody.
Yeah, it looks like it changed. Wow. Okay. I'm going to take that out of there. I've got my subheads and then my other headings as well. So the layout is a 4-column, and with 3 columns being utilized for the text and 1 column being utilized for the imagery. This helps to create contrast and interest on the page. See how this here, there's 2 columns there and 1 column. If you look at the other as well, this is the same way, but it's reflected. And then I have use of color themes. The wood texture that's being used in the combination of the yellow and brown and the red all bring the design together in a unique manner. I used master pages to continually place elements on each page and strengthen the principles of contrast and repetition. So you get it, right? So you'll talk about those, all right? What else do we have here? Got my magazine. Talk about the first, this is my magazine project. And maybe we would talk about The feature article is larger to bring focal points to the front page and to allow for, so I didn't write that down. So it would allow the reader to know, I'm trying to think here. Allow the reader to
Realize the importance of identity theft.
yeah, but
This is
yeah, something to that effect. I mean, just more of a give the reader. I want to say. Give the reader an idea of what the feature article is about, pretty much, because it's about a magazine, right? And then the where is my stuff magazine? Okay. In the magazine, I used a combination of a 2 and 3 column layout to strengthen the contrast between and create repetition from page to page. So if you look at this page here, this is a 3 column and a 1 column. You move to the next one, I have a 3 column layout. It brings contrast into the magazine. We got a 2 column layout here. And then again, there's a 2 column layout, but one column is being utilized by an image to bring more focal point. And then I go back to the 3 column layout and the 2 column layout here because they're facing pages, right? And then I would talk about my subscribe today and then the mock-up. There's 2 mock-ups because this is the back of the page for the magazine. Okay. And the last one would be my Mayfield Dairy Farms Java Latte milk. And I would talk about nutrition facts. I would talk about ingredients and why you place these elements on here. It's FDA regulated, right? So there's certain requirements that you have to put on there, right? Plus, like your opening information, the sell by date to give it a realistic look. This right here, talk about, like here, I could talk about, I added an element to show my understanding and use of Illustrator and the pen tool, right? It kind of looks like dripping milk, you know? And then, of course, the mock-up. So then you would wrap up your video and just by saying, you know, I appreciate you watching and feel free to follow and share this video, something like that, right? Now, let's talk a little bit about how you're going to accomplish this. First of all, before we go into that, when you do your projects, okay, this is your breakdown for your final assessment. I had told you that I would put the breakdown in there. It's 20 points. You get 15 points are for or 20 points for the total thing, 15 points for the project, and 5 points for the mock-up. If you do not complete all revisions, it's going to be a lot harder on this last one. But from what I see, you guys have all done your revisions, so it's not really something that you guys need to worry about. But you need to make sure you have all 6 projects, okay? Your Behance link has to be in your final presentation, okay? And then you need to submit your link to YouTube. Now, I'm gonna beg you here. I've had in the past at least 4 students every module that post their video to private, and I have to chase them down to get them to resubmit before I do grading. If I can't get a hold of you, I have to give you a 0. And I don't want to do that. And I mean a 0 on this point, this part right here, okay? I do not want to have to do that. So please, 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 please make sure, and I'll show you how to do that. Make sure that it is not set to private because I won't be able to see it. Okay? All right, so make sure that you prepare all your Behance portfolio like I was talking about yesterday. Make sure that you have all flat versions of all your projects in separate projects on Behance like I showed, right? You're not going to have everything in one folder. In order to add extra work, all you have to do is click Add Work. It's going to open a new folder for you, and you can add more files, okay? If you put it all into one file, you are going to lose points as well. Organization is a big part of being a graphic designer. You need to understand that if your potential employer wants to see your work, maybe they only want to see certain types of work, right? I actually usually, and actually did this, see my campaigns, my layout work, and my packaging is what I did. So I've got my campaign, Aqua, Cleveland, my layout, and then I have packaging. That's how I had that. I switched everything around to make sure it was some kind of order, but that's just me. If you want to do that, you're more than welcome to. Maybe you got some logo design projects, maybe you have some layout design projects. You organize it the way that you feel it needs to be organized, okay? Then make sure that you have one mock-up per project, okay? And be sure that you write a short description for each one of your projects, okay? So if you notice here, I've got this Aqua Excursions. If I click on it, right here. I actually copied and pasted the information in there. If you want to, you are more than welcome to do that, okay? And then you're going to upload your thumbnail that relates to each project. I don't want to see a picture of somebody's face when in fact it's a Aqua Excursions brochure or something like that. You want it to be able to relate to the project, okay? So then prepare for your presentation. You want to write down the important talking points of your project. For example, this is a menu. I was tasked to create it in layout design. I chose this color palette because, okay? Yeah, it looks like that is misspelled.
How about if you don't remember?
I'm sorry?
What happens if you don't remember?
You don't remember what?
Why you did something, because I don't think about it. I mean, I do when I don't, if you know what I mean. When I
Yeah, you're just going to have to do the best that you can. I mean, well, the other thing that I want you to do is I want you to make sure that you go into Behance and get familiar with it. And
I have.
Because if you don't go into, and you're kind of stumbling and not being able to find things and things like that, your presentation is not going to go smoothly for you.
Oh, I know exactly how to work Behance.
Okay.
There almost every day.
All right. So make sure that you have your Behance open and ready for presentation. Have your script ready. And then what you're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and mute.
No, I'm muted.
Okay. So I am going to suggest, I know in the assignment it does say you can use QuickTime. I'm going to show you how to use both, but to be honest with you, QuickTime is kind of a pain because it doesn't have a video source. Why is that spelled wrong? What in the world? Oh, what's going on here? Okay. All right, so let's start with the Zoom presentation. So if you have any questions along the way, let me know, okay? This is the Zoom client. When you bring up the Zoom client, okay,
I don't have it.
you need to download it.
Okay.
You have to have Zoom or something. I mean, even if you don't have it here, you have to have it in order to do this. Okay. There are other places that you can, other record on-screen things that you can use, but it doesn't have a camera. So this is why I would suggest a camera. All right, first of all, make sure that you start your video with your introduction, making sure you're wearing professional attire, be mindful of your surroundings. You'll start with, my name is, I'm a student of Independence University, and this is my Behance presentation. Or you can put, my name is Dana Alderman. I'm a graphic design student, and this is my portfolio, or I'm a graphic designer. I am perfectly okay with any of that, okay? So the reason why I have this here is because I'm already in the meeting, and it doesn't show everything that I want. So I have my join, right, but it's grayed out. So when you first open up the Zoom client, you actually could go to zoom.us, zoom.us, okay? You can sign in or sign up if you don't have one. You can also download it. It has the download for it as well. And then also they do have videos on how to do meetings and things, but like I said, I'm going to show you how. All right, so when you first come in, you will start video. Once you start the video, you need to make sure that you record. Okay? If you don't record, it's not going to do anything for you, okay? Like right now I'm recording. So say for instance, where's my thyroid? I'm gonna go like this, turn that on, and I will talk for a couple minutes. And then I will come back over here and turn off my camera. And then I will share my screen. Okay, now, sharing your screen, move the Zoom client out of the way, is just right here on that. That's what when you're a host, that's what it looks like, okay? And then you want to, actually, I don't know if you have this or not. It might be on, hold on one second. Give me a second. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. There we go. I was doing a screenshot so you can see. It doesn't show why. Okay. Just do like that. Maybe I can get it that way. Yep, there we go. It didn't do it the last time. You guys can't see this, but you have one of these, right?
I can see it, yeah.
No, I'm saying you can't see the one that I have.
No.
Mine is not, you never see it.
Yeah, it's always in the way.
I'm sorry?
It's always in the way.
Yeah. So right here, when you click on more, I can't show you, but when you click on more, there's a record in there, okay? You're going to record it to your computer. So you'll do that first, okay? And then you'll get on camera and you will go through your presentation. Once you are done with it and you close the end meeting, what'll happen is it will generate a file for Zoom. And usually it is, hold on one second, let me move it over here. Okay. It usually, if you come up here to zoom.us, you go to preferences and recording. It stores your recordings at a certain place. You can change it. You can choose a new location if you choose it, whatever. And you can open that and you can see exactly where it is. Okay. So give you all your, okay. All right. So once you are done with your recording, it will generate the recording and you'll see. And then you will go to either Vimeo or YouTube. YouTube is a lot easier to use for me. I mean, it's just because that's what I use on an everyday basis when it comes to doing presentations and such. So if you come here, when you sign in, you have to have an account and you can upload. Once you upload, make sure that this is either public or unlisted. I would suggest unlisted, that way nobody, you know, you don't have anybody watching the video that you don't want to watch. This will allow you to give the video link to anybody that you choose to give it to, okay? I'll come over here to my documents because that's where my Zoom is. Say, I don't know, I think this is from yesterday. No. This is the meeting I'm in right now. I'll just do that one. It's a capstone. Yeah, this is yesterday, so I'll just go ahead and open it. You can change the name of it and just maybe it's presentation. And then you can put the tags in there if you want to. You don't need to worry about any of this. You can probably put your description in there. This right here is your YouTube link that you will copy and you will paste it into your assignment area. I'm going to cancel this upload because I already have one of those. Now, if you're going to do Vimeo, all right. So I'm going to upload it right here. Choose your files. I'll just use this. Change your title, your privacy. Anyone can see it. Only see this. Only people I follow can see the video. People with a password, you can put your password and make sure you put the password in the chat or in the assignment area or I won't be able to see it, okay? You can put tags or anything like that if you want to. Or only people you choose, but you have to put my email address, but I don't know how that would work, to be honest with you. Let's see this. So I like to use YouTube just because this is a little bit more. Like I said, it could very well be just because I'm so used to using YouTube. Okay. Any questions?
Not yet, not until I use it.
That's what I'm saying. Not yet.
Okay.
When I get into using it, that's when I'll have tons of questions.
Give me 1 second. I want to see what my schedule is like. Oh, I got a busy
A lot
day.
to remember too.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest a lab on Friday, but I'm not going to be able to do that. What about Thursday? I'm sorry?
I said, yeah, you said last Friday that you had a lot to do this coming Friday.
Yeah, I have 3 capstones this week and then a meeting, so Friday's not a good day. What am I doing Saturday this week? Saturday. I would be willing to meet with you guys on Saturday. I have an appointment at 10 a.m. Usually lasts 2 hours my time. So, bless you.
Thank you.
10 a.m. your time. 10. I could do 11 a.m. on Saturday. Are you guys good with that?
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, I would be.
Sherry? Yeah. Okay, I'm hoping everybody that's watching this as well, because I mean, if you want feedback on anything, or if you need help on your presentation, like I said, I'm really open to anything to helping you.
And that's 11 Mountain Standard Time?
No. Oh, let me think here. Or is it 11? No, it's 11 Eastern time. Did I put, hold on a second. No, it's 11. Yeah, 11 Mountain Standard Time. Yeah.
It'll be 10 here in California.
You guys confuse me with all that. I'm on Eastern time. And
1 p.m. for us Eastern folk.
yes, it is 1 p.m. for Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. for Central Time, and no, am I right? No, backwards. I went backwards. 11, and then 10. Yeah, so you, Lance, it would be 10.
And Pacific time would be 9?
Yes.
Okay.
I have to count backwards. Otherwise, I don't know. All right, so let me save that. All right, so I will make sure of that, 11 a.m. Oops, let me go back there. 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Otherwise, that won't work. Because it's telling me there's a conflict in your schedule. Well, I already knew that. Okay. All right. So.
I feel like I'm going to forget something.
Hello, Nigel. How are you? Nigel is a capstone student.
Now, what's a capstone student, if you don't mind?
Nigel, did you hear that? He might be busy.
Yes, I did. I heard it.
You want to explain that to her?
I just heard the tail end of it. She was asking what a capstone student was.
Yep, that's what she wants to know.
Well, from my understanding, a capstone student is at the end or nearing the end of their time at school, and they're doing all their culminated learning and they're exhibiting their culminated learning throughout their time on the course.
Exactly. You do a campaign, and you show us what you've learned throughout the whole time you've been in school.
Isn't that kind of what we do?
Yes, this is the associates.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was just curious.
Yeah,
Is
that's
it a
fine.
campaign of something that we want to do or something that the school picks out?
Well, you can pick from a list.
Okay.
So, all right. So, wait. Let me check something. I just didn't even think. Let me 1 second here. Oh, okay. I thought you were way early, Nigel, but that's not necessarily true. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to show you some fun things in Illustrator. We're pretty much done. I mean, unless you have questions. So this time is going to be dedicated to that. So what if, I don't know, maybe you guys want to do something for your presentation, maybe a presentation screen, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Let's do, portfolio, presentation, and we'll do this. Okay, let me grab my character panel. Let's see.
Oh, you're gonna get me. You're gonna get me.
I kind of like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like it.
Bring that down like that. The only thing I don't like about it is it's too crunched, you know, not enough room. Some of the space is not, that looks too bad, doesn't look too bad. All right, so I am going to, my paragraphs panel, like this. I'm using the option and arrow key up, okay? Okay, so say maybe something like that. Let me try option arrow key up. All right, yeah, I'm good with that. Choose. Yep, I'm going to do that, I guess. All right, so I'm going to create outlines on this because I'm going to do an offset path. I'm going to go to Object, Path, and then I'm going to offset path, okay? I offset this path. I'm going to turn the preview on. It looks kind of too sharp to me. I'm going to do more of a rounded. And I'm going to do like a 30 pixel. Make sure you're using pixel because if you don't, that's too much. So let's do 20 pixel. Okay, I'm actually going to go back. There's too much space in there. Okay. Sometimes you have to go back. If there's too much space, it won't work correctly. So object path, offset path. Again, and I'm going to do 20 pixel. 25 pixel. Okay, I'm happy with that. Do 25 pixel. Now I'm going to come over here to my path finder, and I'm going to merge that, and I'm going to choose a different color. I want this color or this color. I'm going to choose this color and send it all the way to the back. Okay. Actually, okay. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go lighter with this color because there's just not enough. You come up here and I'm going to click all fill color. Okay. Or you can go to select same fill color. It makes it a lot easier on you. Okay. And I think I still want to go lighter than that. I think I might. Yep. I like that color. Yep, that'll work. All right. So I'm going to hit that. And I'm going to Command C, Command B as in boy. Okay. And I'm going to use a darker color, but darker than this. I need to kind of make it darker because I'm going to bump it over and down a little bit. I'm hitting Command and the bracket key next to the P. Okay. See how nice that is? Kind of gives it a drop shadow, if you will, but not really a drop shadow. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to make kind of a rope. Let's use that for now. Excuse me. Distort, transform, and zigzag. Smooth. Pretty good. I'm going to edit. Object and expand appearance. I'm going to right click, transform and reflect, and copy. Okay, that's pretty good. Now I'm going to use a gradient. Now I can do it according to this, and that's what I want to do there. But I'm going to choose, do I want that color or that color? I'm going to use the brown, I think. And I'm going to use the brown there. Let's see. It's got to be a little lighter. There we go. So now I just need to make the grommets. So I'm just going to go like that. Command C, Command F. And I'll change that in a bit. I'm going to use my shape builder tool, and I want to use this right here. So I'm just going to, I'll just do that right there. And I don't want that color on there. All right. Oops. Like that. All right. So now I can bring this up. I might have to go a little bit lighter on the grommets, but and by the way, that is the technical term, grommet. The only reason why I know is because I do banners as well, so. Yeah. Yep, that's gonna work there.
If you do sewing, you use it too. The technical word grommet.
Really?
Yes.
How cool is that? I didn't know that. You learn something new every day, right?
Ever so true.
All right, let's zoom in. So I'm just gonna take this and I'm gonna go to my stroke, show options. Round, do I want it rounded or I want it flat? I want it rounded. And I'm gonna kind of bring this in. Just gonna bring it just a little bit. Give it more of a realistic look. Okay, look at that. Fairly simple. Then option and drag. Do I want to? Yeah, that's fine. I'll just move that over. Come on. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, doesn't look too bad. And I don't know, maybe you can put your name in here if you wanted to. I'm gonna do something. Eek. She laughs at me every time I do that. I don't know. I look at typeface. I'm like, no. It's like, I don't know. I've been doing this for far too long, I think, right? No, I think I like that. No, I don't like that. So indecisive sometimes. It takes forever to kind of figure it out.
I've been using Rift lately.
What is it?
Rift, R-I-F-T.
Oh, yeah?
For what?
I've been actually using a lot on that 4 Elements poster.
Oh.
It's got a little, it's like a more rounded type text.
Ah, right there. Nice. Okay. So you may can do something like that. We're going to make sure it's centered a little bit. Okay. Now, so I wonder. 6 seconds. Nah. Right there, it's fine. All right, so we could also, if we wanted to,
I like that.
give it a little bit of shadow. Effect, blur, Gaussian blur. Okay. A lot of times what I like to do, welcome Michael, is I like to do a, here we go, the drop shadow as a gradient, just because it'll give it a more subtle. Might have to go a little bit less. I also like to, and then this sounds, I mean, it's actually, I like it. That's just me, but I'd like to do this because we are not perfect people, right?
If I did that, I'd get yelled at.
No, you would not get yelled at.
Maybe not by you, but
Why?
It's different than it being a presentation.
I tried doing things and they wouldn't let me get away with it.
Well, a lot of that has to do with the fact that you need to learn the rules before you can break them. Correct?
That looks like fun.
I like being creative. Or trying to.
There we go.
Scoop.
And actually, I'm going to keep that one right there. I'm going to delete this because, look, get back up there. Yeah, okay. Might as well. And do the capstone presentation. Because for some reason, I don't think Nigel would like a beach. why there's so much.
I think I've had my fair share of sand for the last few months.
Yeah, I figured that. So I'm just gonna do something like this. Actually, I'm gonna left align this because that would be cool. Because it would really make that heavy, like I originally wanted it. Rational integer, something. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. And I'm going to create outlines, and I don't want my name. Let's take that out of there. Let's see. I'm gonna do. I'm actually thinking metals. Let me see here. Okay, I'm going to do an object, path, offset path, preview on. It keeps what I had originally. I'm going to do like that. And where's my metal? Right, oh, right there. There we go. I think that right there. I'm not a big fan of all these colors in a gradient. I don't know, it just seems too much. Send it back. Yeah, that color's not going to work, but that's okay. I'll fix it in a couple minutes. So. Click on that. And let's see, maybe make. No, I didn't want that. Thank you. There we go. Yeah. Bless you.
Thank you.
Are you sick?
No, just allergies.
Oh, isn't that special? Trust me, I think that works. Okay, send that to the back. Bring that grommet up. Well, it's here. And there we go. It's for Mr. Nigel. Just for you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Are you excited to be finished?
You have no idea.
And I will say, Nigel is one of those ones that he definitely has a lot on his plate. You can tell him why if you want, but.
Well, I'm out here soldiering in Afghanistan at the moment.
Oh.
And trying to knock this school thing out.
Hoorah.
Well, thank you for your service.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
My son did 2 tours.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, I'm almost done here. So.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, you start counting the days and avoiding the gunshots, the target being a target.
That's the plan. That's the plan.
Yeah.
See, school done on the 11th, and I'll be home on the 15th.
Oh, wow. Good for you. Good for you. Are you doing any more, or are you just done?
I'm done with this tour, yeah.
I mean, are you going to do any more after that?
Only Uncle Sam knows.
How many more years does he own you?
I'm at 18 and a half now.
Oh, wow. So you might as well do that 20 and get it done and over with.
Oh, yeah, that's the plan.
Wow. That's awesome. All right. Well, I am going to close down lecture for the day, and we will have our extra session on Thursday at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. For everybody that's watching the lecture, I really appreciate everything you've done this module. If you need anything, give me a call, email me, or even text me.
I thought it was Saturday.
Thursday instead of Saturday.
Yeah, I said originally Thursday, and I was like, no, Saturday. So yes, it is Saturday. Thank you for correcting me.
No problem. You just had me confused. I'd be joining another one of your classes.
Well, that's okay. I'm not having any classes Thursday, so.
I'd be waiting on Zoom a long time.
Yeah. All right. Well, you all have a great afternoon, and I look forward to seeing your final projects.
Dana, are we still going to have our meeting?
That is not until later.
3? So 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'll get with you about my logo at 5 then.
All right. Thank you, sweetie.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.